The white girl, white guy, black man, black woman, that's funny. Then you don't really know nothing about them. They only come in for comic relief. That's been happening since.
If you a stepper, bitch, you better step that 30 shoe like Steph. I earn my stripes, but I am not a ref or cook 'em on no shelf. And I'm so right that I ain't going left, ain't nothing like the rest. It's like a pastor, you get your ass blessed like King Kong beat my check. My life a movie, I don't do no acting. Get bro like a fashion pistol packing, I ain't never lacking. I'll let you have it. We in traffic with them fucking ratchets. We'll do you nasty. Cookie calling cause I took his shit and disappear like.
What's up, YouTube? This is BGTV coming to y'all with another video. And this is a reaction of the video by Noir. I believe that it's spelled. I believe that's how you say it. The token fat friend roll. Let's talk. And I think maybe I know where she's going with this, like in movie roles or TV shows. I'm not fully sure, but let's get into it.
Hi everyone, welcome to this video. My name is T if you're new here. So, you see the title, you know what we're talking about today, but I gotta say, the language in this video will be a little bit censored just for monetization purposes. Instead of saying fat, I'm gonna be saying full figured. It's childish, I know, but so is the YouTube algorithm. So I saw a tweet the other day and I wish I would have screenshot it because I really want to give the person credit.
You can't even say fat in this world anyway. Like me, I'm a big guy. You know what I'm saying? I got some weight on me. If somebody call me fat, I'll be like, yeah, you be true. Can't really say fat anymore. That's just how it goes, to be honest. Can't say fat anymore, can't say fat in YouTube, can't say fat in real life. It's like one of the worst words in 2020. Fat and, I don't know, what is it, fat and maybe call somebody gay, that's the worst two things you could do. That's just the nature of how we live in, to get back into.
But basically, it showed two supporting characters, and it says something along the lines of, when you're the best part of the show, but they cast you to support the annoying main character. Something of the sort. And I couldn't agree more. I also noticed that conveniently,
That's a fact.
All of those women are full-figured. Conveniently, damn near all full-figured actresses serve the same purpose. Full-figured black women are nearly always casted as a supporting character who is typically there for comic relief, outspoken, and as of late, over-sexualized. I don't just mean confident, but like, it seems like almost every other word out of her mouth has to let the audience know that she is out here fucking. And that's about it. Funny, promiscuous support. It's very rare that we learn anything about.
Yeah, I kind of understand, like, if we're talking about shows and stuff that have side characters that are, you know, fat, for some reason the first thing it comes to my mind is like Monique. Like, she's funny as hell. She was the main character in the Parkers, but she was you know, in other movies and things like that, she was a side character. Let's see. Can't really remember any more off the top of my head. I know when she start listing them, I'll get them. But I'm starting to think like for Monique in her career, she always she didn't have many starring roles other than the Parkers. When I'm thinking about it, she had the Parkers. I think she had some movie about big girls, like big girls or something. I can't remember the name of it. And then I think she was in the Roscoe Jenkins, and she was in that Christmas movie that just passed. But I don't remember her really starring in much, and I don't remember them being box office hits either. So I don't know. I think I don't know. It's something about Hollywood that they like to make the best friend, you know, the big black woman that's hella funny and very talented. I don't know, let's get into it though. Back into the video.
Those characters other than that. So some quick examples for you. Kelly from Insecure. Charisse from High Fidelity. Tasty from Orange is the New Black. And I know what you're thinking.
Okay.
That's because they're supporting characters.
Yep.
They're there for support. Of course, we're not gonna learn that much about them. They're not in the main cast.
I never saw
And I hear you.
Fidelity.
But what about Nikki Parker?
Or
she was the main character in her show.
I do
she was
watch
still
Orange is the
written
Black,
to
though.
be this overly obsessive,
Yep, I said Monique too,
man-crazy
Nikki Parker.
woman. She didn't get her happy ending till like the last episode. Or how about Annie from the show Shrill? That entire storyline is about her having the audacity to be the main character in her own life. Natasha Rothwell, who plays Kelly on Insecure and is also a writer in that show, did an interview with Refinery 29 where she actually addressed playing the full-figured friend, and she said, "I love my curves. That's a big part of who I am. It's not something I'm ashamed of. To me, it's so exciting to just see Kelly being visible." It's been so much fun to really explore her as a character and not just a caricature. I think a lot of times it's just a funny fat friend. They're not fully grounded, they're not making them a whole person. That's why I think Kelly is different. Now, I love Natasha Rothwell, but this interview breaks my fucking heart. That part about her being visible, as black women, it's already hard enough to get accurate and consistent representation in the media. But once we do get that representation, if you don't look a certain way, you might not even make the cut. And she's just happy to be visible.
Yeah. Sorry, not to have a random interruption, but when she said visible, I'm like, that doesn't even sound like, that doesn't sound like a complimentary word. Like, it doesn't sound like a compliment. Like, I'm visible. Like, okay, we can see you. That's it. The character is visible. That's not the character that's deep. That's a compliment. The character is fully layered. That's a compliment. The character is intelligent. That's a compliment. I'm not hearing no compliments in my character. The character Kelly is visible. That's just what struck me. Let's get back into it though.
Well, to be seen. I mean, I think that's what she meant. I really hope I'm not misinterpreting her. But skipping forward to the part where she says, it's been so much fun to really explore her as a character and not just a caricature. I think a lot of times it's just a funny friend. They're not fully grounded. They're not making them a whole person. Oh. I would argue that that exact same thing is happening on Insecure right now. You know, by the time I'm recording this video, episode 6 just happened. So that could change, but we're 4 seasons in. We are like 4 seasons and like 5 years into this show, and I don't even know Kelly's last name. I don't even know her last name. She has been a character that I've known for 5 years, and I don't even know her last name. And I know the last name of everybody in that crew. Issa D, Molly Carter, Tiffany Dubois, Kelly. Do y'all know Kelly's last name? 4 seasons, 5 years, don't even know her last name. All that I know about Kelly is her humor,
I don't watch the show.
her promiscuity, and her occupation. And the only reason I know about her job is because Issa went to her that one episode for financial advice. But that's it. Yet, every single time she's on the screen, she's the star of the show. She is a scene stealer. If Kelly is in that scene, you better believe she's delivering the best joke and the best punchline. Okay, she's a fan favorite. Everybody loves Kelly. She be carrying the whole team on her back. And I don't even know her last name. See, little things like that, it often goes unnoticed, but I don't think we realize just how intentional that characterization is and how closely it imitates real life. In doing research for this video, I came across an article, a Daily Mail article that was written in 2007, but it still rings true today. It's a great article. It's harsh. It's so harsh, but it needs to be said.
Before she get into the article she's talking about, I've never thought about this. Like, I know that black women in Hollywood don't get the fairest shake, or they don't get the best deal in terms of the roles. You know what I'm saying? They don't get the best roles, they don't get the best treatment, they don't get the best pay. But I never thought of the big black woman best friend type of trope, or full figure. We'll say full figure. I never thought about that trope. It's making a lot of sense. She's making a lot of sense, and I agree with her. I just never you know, it's kind of opened my eyes to it right now. Let's get back into it.
Lines from it, but of course, as always, if you would like to read the full article, the link will be listed in my description. So it's called Why Every Woman Needs a Friend. There's a truth universally acknowledged that any woman will look 100 times more beautiful when standing next to a friend. That was the first line, so like the tone was immediately set that this writer was playing no fucking games. Just look at poor Kate Moss. Life hasn't been treating her too well as of late. So who does she turn to in her time?
Y'all, in the comments, tell me if that's true. Tell me, do people actually do that? Do they? I've never seen it. I've never seen nobody make friends with fat people just to look more beautiful around them. I've never seen it. Or, I'm sorry, full-figure women. I've never seen anybody pick their friends, like, because of that. Tell me if that really happens. Put it in the comments. Let's get back into it.
Of need. Old and equally glamorous friends, such as Madonna and Sadie Frost? No. The 15-stone front woman of indie band The Gossip, Beth Ditto. That's because Kate knows that whatever her troubles, when pictured next to Ditto, she looks every inch the supermodel. Because your friend is no competition. You can take her out manhunting, safe in the knowledge that all eyes will be on you and there will always be someone around to watch your drink and guard your handbag. Now, might I add, there was no resolution to that article. Like, there was no, okay, yeah, but obviously that's wrong, and here's how we should fix it. No. She was like, this is the truth, swallow it.
I don't redeem that truth because, let me tell you why. There's some sexy big girls out there. I ain't one of them people who be like, he don't mess with big women. I do it. If she's sexy, I do it. If she look good, if the weight look good on her, I do it. Now, if we talking about like other things, then that's other conversations. But if you talking like, it's some sexy fat women that look better than skinny women. Like, and they got the confidence too to back it up. They ain't waiting home with your purse. They ain't watching your drink. They out there having fun too. So I don't know what the lady who wrote that article talking about. I don't know what she's talking about.
And the immense discomfort that I felt when I read that, not just for the first time, but like just now for this video, especially because that article is 13 years old, but it still can be applied to our behavior today, that could only mean one thing. That could only mean one thing. I was forced to confront yet another subconscious bias, and I have to hold myself accountable. We all do. We all do. Society and the media. Because yes, art imitates life, but subsequently life imitates art. So if we are subconsciously treating our full-figured friends this way, and we keep seeing the same one-dimensional bullshit in TV and movies and the media in general, we start to think it's okay. We start to believe that this is the only role that these women should be allowed to play in real life. That they're just supporting characters in our movie. That they're just accessories kept around to fluff up our self-esteem. And that's not true. That's not true. It's not right. It's wrong. It's disgusting. It's ignorant. And it needs to be talked about. The stigma of fatness in general is still so present. Like, I just know that we are ages behind where we should be when it comes to that. It's really frustrating because it doesn't need to be that big of a deal. Like, fatness just does not need to be that big of a deal, but we always make it that big of a deal. Am I lying? Like, do we need to have the Lizzo conversation again? But I think if we just continue to hold ourselves accountable and we continue to listen to these women and tell their stories how they want them to be told, not just from the perspective of how we see them. Let me say that one again. If we continue to listen to these women and tell their stories, how they want them to be told, not just from the perspective of how we see them, then progress can be made. But thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made it to the end. This is a much shorter video than I usually do, I know, but I really just didn't want to overstep. And I mean, hey, maybe this conversation can be brought up again on a podcast. You never know. We speak new beginnings into existence every day, B. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Be sure to give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, however you're feeling today. And if you liked, don't forget to
subscribe. She was speaking facts. You know, black women have been in history, maybe not recently as much, but in history, black women have been the side characters in movies. Main character, white girl, white guy. black man, black woman that's funny. Then you don't really know nothing about them. They only come in for comic relief. That's been happening since forever. Like, I'm trying to think of anything off the top of my head. What can I say? It's like the movie Money Talks. The white guy's the serious character, Chris Tucker, comic relief. You know, they go a little bit into his backstory, but not too much. It's like, I mean, I know Shrek and Donkey are, you know, the characters aren't black and white, but you see Shrek, white character, Donkey, black funny character. You know, it's hold on, let's see other examples I could come up with. It's like Chris Rock in the Adam Sandler movies. You know what I'm saying? Black funny character. Or like Joe Torre in The Animal. Rob Schneider, main character, funny best friend. That trope has been going on for a while. Y'all probably haven't seen all the movies that I just made an example out of, but you know what I'm saying? These things happen, and it's been happening over and over again. So the only way we can cure that is if we write more movies, we make more studios, we put more money behind these projects. And when I mean we, I mean black people, and then that won't happen. You won't be just a best friend in a movie, even though that's been changing a lot lately. But it's just me, BZ TV with another video. This has been my reaction. Peace.